Hey guys, I'm back with another guide. For those who don't know me, I've been playing Pro for 7 years now, of which 3 were in the LEC, and I've also gotten rank 1 3 times. In this short guide on Ashe, I'll show you the things I do in pretty much every game, and so should you if you want to master this champion. I'll not include items or runes as those change patch to patch. First of all, why should you even play Ashe? What makes Ashe good? Having utility so you always have agency even when behind. Very strong laning that we'll get to in a second. Ashe is the auto-spacing king. Ashe is the best ADC to auto-space with due to her high auto range, passive slow, and the approach velocity rune. This makes her super satisfying to play. You might think I'm trolling, but I'm dead serious. Play with either High Noon or Project Ashe. Both skins, in my opinion, are pay to win, as they make the auto-attack animations way smoother. Ashe has the second highest base range after Caitlyn. Your auto-attacks also slow the enemy. Approach velocity gives you, on top of that, 15% movement speed towards champions that you impaired. So what you want to do is the following. You auto-attack the enemy. Right after you auto-attack them, you move backwards a little bit, and then you turn around and hit them again and do the same thing again. Rinse and repeat. Since the enemy champion is slowed and you run faster towards impaired champs, you're able to keep hitting the enemy at your max range, whether they are running away or running into you. Either way, if you keep the enemy at your max range, you should be getting in more auto-attacks than the enemy. So you are essentially trying to keep the target at your max range every time, because this also puts you in the safest position from any danger. Let's check out the real game demonstration. So me and Rill are about to fight. I am hitting the closest target, keeping myself at max range from the closest target. Then as soon as Nico runs in, I switch to Nico, still keeping myself at the range, and there we go. Another example, look at how I always try and hit the closest target to me, while also trying to be at that closest target's max range and switching to targets as soon as they re-enter my zone. Always trying to clear the distance between me and 600 range, which is Ashe's auto range. So Ashe Q is an ability that you want to use whenever you can. The most important thing is to reset your auto attack on the enemy champion in a fight. On when you're looking to trade the enemy in lane, you can just do a quick auto plus Q trade. But big emphasis on always use it to reset your auto attack, most important part. Also, I use it to help with last hitting, as it only costs 30 mana, so especially under tower, it's very helpful. So here I want to all-in the Varus, waiting for the CS to get low to start my all-in. There we go, Q auto reset, run backwards. Keep running backwards. Now I decide I've gotten too many autos, so I'm gonna commit to an all-in. So I'm going in, popping a cookie. And another auto plus key reset just barely makes me win this fight. Ashe W is really OP because it's a poke spell that doesn't make you choose between hitting the enemy or pushing the wave. You can do both at the same time, which makes you be able to secure push in most matchups. This is why generally with Ashe you want to be standing around this area in lane level 1. Once you have guaranteed push, you want to use your W to poke the enemy every time it's up. Look to walk up on the enemy like this if the enemy support is not pressuring, and try to aim for both. If the enemy minions have a gap in them, you can also try shooting it, as the hitbox gets pretty big for champions. Also, if the enemy has no hard engage you have to be afraid of, if you have position first on an objective, you can look to keep greeting the enemy with your W as they're walking into you. Your E. In most of your games you should be able to get prio by playing level 1 like we highlighted. Now, when you get level 2 you wanna take E, unless there's an all-in, in which case you would be taking Q. Use it like this on blue side, and like this on red side. You will get info on the current position of an enemy jungler, where he's currently pathing, and in what order he took his camps, and this could be useful for your jungler later, and you will also know where he is pathing to on his second clear as well. For the rest of the game, I just keep using E intuitively, when I don't have info on enemy jungler or support most of the time. Ashe ULT. This is the most important part of your kit, IMO, so here are a bunch of things I do to consistently have good arrows. First of all, you should always be looking for a play when your ult is up. Generally, if your R button is on cooldown, you should be itching to use it somehow. I always screen for potential targets on the enemy team. The best targets usually are non-tanks that don't have mercs, so bruisers with Ninja Tabi, for example, can also be a very valid target to initiate the fight. Mercs are kind of a big deal for Ashe, so if the enemy has mercs, I try to not look at them. Squishy and carry champions as well, or if the enemy has AD carry that didn't take cleanse or currently has no cleanse. It's also fine to use your ulti to force the enemy cleanse, as the cooldown is 4 minutes after the nerfs, so if you can time the cleanse, all power to you. If possible, try to shoot your arrows from no vision, and also if possible from a slight angle. The hitbox becomes super hard to dodge as people will not be dodging it in a vertical plane. I talked about this in my previous guide, so if you haven't seen it, make sure to check it out, link in the description. If the enemy bot lane has clans currently, and you are behind or you can't fight bot lane, you can always look for an ulti on a mid laner. This is best done when running out of base. One good ulti can carry your mid lane matchup until the enemy off the ground. Look for choke points to increase the chance of landing your ult, like in this clip. Alright guys, that's the end of this short guide. Let me know in the comment section whether you liked it, and also let me know if I should make another one and on which champion. Thanks for watching.